The Motor City Machine Guns have been associated with Impact Wrestling / TNA for over 2 decades. In this time, they have been a significant part of this company's history. However, despite being associated with this company for so long, you could argue that 2023 is the most significant these men have been, as they arguably have taken over this promotion. Alex Shelley is the current world champion of Impact Wrestling, whereas Chris Sabin has held the X Division Championship twice and is the current holder. But how did we get here? How did the Motor City Machine Guns play such an integral part in this company's history, and how did they completely take it over in the modern day? Let's start with Chris Sabin. Sabin has been an integral part of this promotion's history for as long as this promotion has been around. He's done it all. He has held that X Division Championship more than anybody else in the company. Alongside Alex Shelley, he is a multi-time tag team champion and in arguably the greatest tag team in this company's history. And he has held the World Championship before, admittedly though in a quite disappointing title reign. Nowadays, Chris Sabin is really the gatekeeper of the X Division. He's held that championship twice this year, as mentioned previously, and has had some absolutely fantastic matches for that title. The X Division has revolved around Chris Sabin this year, and when it's Impact Wrestling, the X Division means the world to them. It's the division that really set them apart in the glory days, and Chris Sabin was a part of that. So now that this company is moving to the TNA era, having an OG X Division talent holding your championship is a huge benefit to Impact Wrestling. Now let's move on to Alex Shelley. Shelley is having arguably the greatest run of his career right now. For the first time ever, he is world champion in a major organization, and this comes from hard work. For decades, Alex Shelley has been this great hand for a promotion. He's helped train some of the greatest wrestlers to ever do it. He's been a part of one of the greatest tag teams ever, and still is a part of one of the greatest tag teams ever in the Motor City Machine Guns. And in that tag team, he has had some absolute bangers against the likes of the North and Beer Money. He's also a former X Division champion and has had some incredibly creative characters throughout his tenure in Impact Wrestling and in other organizations like Ring of Honor. Shelley won the World Championship against Steve Macklin earlier this year, and in that time has defeated some top names who honestly a lot of people expected to defeat him. There was this expectation that Nick Aldis would defeat him when he came into Impact, but that didn't happen. Alex Shelley defeated Nick Aldis, and when Josh Alexander came back, there was this real feeling that Alex Shelley was just keeping the championship cozy for Josh Alexander. And now that Josh Alexander is back, Alex Shelley was going to hand it over to him, but that didn't happen. Alex Shelley defeated Josh Alexander at Bound for Glory, and in that same night, a major reason why Alex Shelley is being pushed so much seemed to be revealed as the return of TNA was announced. And as talked about previously, having an OG talent hold not only your X Division Championship, as I said earlier, but your World Championship is a hell of a way to go into the new era. It's also something to keep in mind that these two are absolutely beloved by the audience. Everybody loves the Motor City Machine Guns. So to have Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin be the top stars of your promotion, of your men's division, that is a huge benefit to Impact Wrestling going into this new era. It gives them goodwill with the fans, and they really need that goodwill with the fans if they want to grow their audience with the rebrand. Overall, I personally am incredibly happy that Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin are the two top male stars heading into the new era of this company. This comes from hard work and also just being incredibly good at what they do. Alex Shelley is someone who has had all of the tools to be a top guy, all of the tools to be a world champion, and now he's getting that moment. Now he is one of, if not the top star of this company, the face of this company heading into the new era. He's defeated some major names and will continue to do so as long as he's wrestling, really. I feel like this has solidified him as a great in this company, whereas Chris Sabin continues to make history with the X Division Championship and may just be the greatest X Division champion of all time. I am very excited to see how long the Motor City Machine Gun era of this company lasts, and I'm excited to see how this evolves heading into the new TNA returns era of this company.